we're going to do another one of these multiplayer deals here. I got a full card. Should be fun. Got the Beef Blaster with us today. Honored. So, starting out on, what is this, hole 7? Lost Island. This is a pretty easy one because it always has one win. So, typical Sampo play for me. If I get real frisky, I can push it out a little closer to the skeleton and it'll like park the basket. But the Sampo lands so flat that it rarely skips long here. So pretty easy birdie. Imagine the whole card will birdie that one. So I've actually kind of enjoyed doing these videos today. Definitely makes me think through these rounds a little more. And I don't know if it's made me play any smarter, but it definitely points out the flaws as I'm talking to you. Like explaining every shot that I throw, and I'll like throw a bad one and I'll be like, what? I have no explanation for that. I need to be better than that. So at the very least, it's going to do good for my game. PD over the top for this one. Cut it a little close, but piece of cake from there. I see frisbees flying in all over the place. Somehow they're all in. Got one in the bushes. Somebody caged one but didn't. You know, when those fall fights are all wrong, it just tells me that that my computer just hates the disc going in the basket, I think is what it is. So Lost Island 9. I've just stopped messing with the stability, trying to hit that little gap, getting a backhand there. I just go forehand with a water skip disc. If there's any kind of helping wind, then you can just fly it all over everything. If it's not, you're good. You only have to worry about landing in that short stuff. That was kind of unfortunate. Normally it skips up onto the hill and I'm left with like 240 or something like that, but that just kind of stuffed into that upslope. So I'm unfortunate. I'm sitting here thinking like, how do I get a disc and run this? And then I end up just giving up and just making sure that I don't hit that tooth. So I just throw something that's going to hook in there in between the two front teeth. Just give me an easy birdie. It's hard for me not to run stuff. But I know this is my first Global League last year, and I pretty much like I had a couple of blow up rounds early in the season that I just kind of gave up on. I didn't realize, how every stroke matters throughout the season. So I ended up putting a push on for top 100 and just barely missed out. It's essentially missing 2 events. So I need to get that conservative mindset going for me here. But PD down the hill on this one. No problemo. I don't remember what's next. Looks like it's going to be, oh God, yeah, this whole. So I step up here, and right now the screen doesn't even move because I'm sitting here thinking I don't have arrive. And I've been throwing this big hooky Aaron Christensen line, and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I don't even remember what the line is. So I'm like, do I use this arrow? I'm pretty sure that's the leaf. Was this the leaf? It doesn't look like what's supposed to be there. Oh, there it is. That's the leaf. So I'm like, I guess I'll just aim a little bit further left with the gold and try to throw the same line. And then out the hand, I'm like, oh God, it's going too far left. And then it kind of flattens out a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, that's too far right. And then it does this big thing. And I'm just like, I'm so relieved. Even the disc is relieved. It does a flip for joy right there when it hits dry land. And I'm just like, wow. So that was a total crapshoot. I probably should figure out a little more reliable play than that one. Or maybe just practice that one a little more. Get a different. I need the gold hold is what I need, man. So looks like I actually got lucky there, and I might be the only one to eagle. I am, but unless Nate's surely not taking a run at it from there. So looks like I got one up on him here. So that's nice. I'm not one. I don't remember a ton of names. I'm pretty sure I've battled it out with Nate a few times this season. He's a good player. With a name like Beef Blaster, you better be good. So I feel like getting a stroke up, you just try to hang hang on for dear life at this point. With the wind pushing left, I kind of slid to the left side of the box there and aimed a little out to the right. With tailwinds, stags and sampos tend to fade out quicker, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't get too far left. Just left myself an easy putt there. I know I was talking, giving props to Nate and Beef Blaster, but Bully, I think you're great too. So here, I'm like, I haven't played with a PD in a while. I've been playing with those Sampos, and I'm thinking to myself, well, this thing's got some turn, so I need to put a little hyzer on it. And then, of course, all that sidewind aiming down, I'm like, it's got a turn. It didn't. So I kind of left myself in a stupid spot here. And I was thinking about going low, skip Sampo, but getting it far enough left with this left to right. So I ended up, we're going to try this new disc. This might be the first time I've thrown it. But yeah, I mean, you can't, that's pretty good right there. Pretty easy to control. And I think the trick with the paradigms, I was talking about in my latest super duper long video. I'm sure there's probably some people watching this type of content that aren't interested in watching me blab on for like 40 minutes about stats. But I will say with the paradigm, I think it's pretty important that you either pull it straight back or just barely deviate your aim, because it's pretty angle sensitive. So then I'm sitting here thinking, my God, how many of these like weird drives that I have lines for with Rise am I going to get? So, I mean, I guess I need to learn these anyways. Now I'm thinking about, wait, where did I aim? So I settled on this, and then I thought about what kind of turn I would take to get it through. Try to get it right to that tree, keep it left of the fence, and that's pretty much exactly what I did. Laced that one. So pretty happy. The gold is very Sampo. Like I do agree with that. I think you have more control over it. I'm hitting lines that I've never tried before because I think it's very predictable. So here, I don't know what I was thinking. I've got Hurricane downtown behind me here, and I'm just thinking, oh Lord, stay in bounds. It was like, that was a little close for comfort. But somehow I stayed in bounds and left myself with an uphill 3 mile an hour headwind, 80-foot putt. So like normal, I adjust for the wind, and then I do throw the extra speed. I don't try to take speed off to counteract the wind. So I do adjust for the wind and then still throw it the extra amount to get it up the hill. I feel like if you start taking off footage to counteract the headwind that's going to lift you, I don't know. I just don't like that as much. So my play here has always been the straight skipping on a forehand. I like to get it turning, going right down the path there, and then finishing towards the road to give me a short throw-in. And I've never done this before. I hit that freaking light pole, and here I'm just sitting here thinking, man, here we go. So I know that I should just take a par, but I can't say no. So I'm just throwing this up here. It gets turned over more than I wanted it to, and of course I'm going to drill it into the curb. So at this point, they're all in for birdie already, and I'm just sitting here fuming. So, I mean, why not go ahead and try to run this? Because I don't know when to quit. So I try to put a run on it, but the wind is not going to let this come back. So hooray for bogey, and just blew it. But this is pretty typical for me. Stupid decision making. I tried to collect my thoughts there so that I didn't like biff that putt. But yep, there's a little tough ending there. I feel like I played pretty solid the whole time. A couple of them got away from me, but oh well. Next time, there's always next time. We'll see you guys later.